When you use a complex piece of software like AutoCAD every single day, it's it's really easy to get stuck in a rut, right? You use the same commands over and over. But what if there's this whole world of hidden tools just waiting for you? Well, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to expose some of them. I think we've all felt this. It's kind of like that iceberg analogy. We only ever see the tip of what a program can really do, while all the real power, all the good stuff, is hidden just below the surface. Chances are we're all just scratching the surface. So let's go on a little deep dive. We're going to uncover some of those super effective time-saving secrets that honestly separate a casual user from a real pro. It's time we unlocked that other 90%. Okay, let's kick things off with some secrets that are going to change the way you see your drawings. These aren't some brand new flashy features. Nope, these are powerful classics that every single pro needs to know. Come on, we've all been there. You've got this one specific area you need to show on a layout, but the standard, boring old rectangle just isn't cutting it. It shows too much, or it doesn't quite fit the shape you need. So how do you break out of that box? Well, the secret is a command called VP Clip, and this one is a true oldie but goodie. It lets you take any closed shape you've drawn, a circle, a weird L-shaped thing, whatever, and turn it into the boundary for your viewport. This is how you get those super slick professional-looking layouts. And here's the best part. You don't even have to type the command in anymore. Just head over to your Layout tab, and right there under Layout Viewports, you'll see the Clip command. You just select your viewport, then you select your custom shape, and you're done. It's so powerful, but it's just that simple. Okay, here's another one that's a total game changer. You know when you get a drawing and it's full of blocks with hard-coded colors and line types that are just ignoring all your layer settings? Instead of painfully opening up every single one in the block editor, just use Set by Layer. It's like magic. It forces everything inside the blocks to just obey the layer properties. It's an amazing cleanup tool. All right, let's move on to something that can be a huge source of frustration for pretty much any AutoCAD user: text. These next few secrets are going to help you make your notes look clean, professional, and honestly a lot easier to deal with. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have a piece of text that is placed perfectly, but you need to change the justification, maybe from left to center. So you go into the properties, you make that one little change, and bam, the whole thing just jumps across the screen. And now you have to move it all the way back. There's got to be a better way, right? And there is. The secret is the TJOS command. Now here's the key. TJOS changes the justification point, but it doesn't move the text object itself. The text stays exactly where you put it. This is a real pro-level command that just instantly solves that annoying problem. So, do you need to draw a little bubble around a note or a detail number? Please, stop drawing circles or rectangles by hand. The T-circle command does it all for you. You just pick your text, and it'll automatically wrap a perfectly sized circle or a slot or a rectangle right around it. It's a massive time saver for making callouts. Now, let's talk about adding some new tricks to the commands you use every single day. These secrets give you a kind of hidden power over the tools you thought you already knew everything about. For years, this was such a headache in AutoCAD. You'd have a hatch pattern that was just spilling out over its boundaries, and there was no easy way to clean it up. You couldn't just trim it like a line. But things have changed. The solution is actually pretty simple now. In modern versions of AutoCAD, you can just use the regular old trim command directly on your hatches. I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, it's a mess. On the right, one simple trim and it's perfect. The big takeaway here is stop redrawing your hatches, just trim them. Okay, here's a situation I'm sure you've been in. You're using the fillet command, rounding all these corners, and you've got your radius set to, say, 5. But then you get to one corner and you need it to be a sharp, 0 radius corner. So what do? Do you have to exit the command, change the radius to 0, do the corner, then change it back? Nope. This is honestly one of my favorite secrets. While you are in the fillet or chamfer command, all you have to do is hold down the Shift key. It temporarily overrides whatever your setting is and forces the radius to 0 for just that one click. It's so fast, so fluid, and you never have to leave the command. Okay, now we're going to peek behind the curtain a little bit. We're talking about system variables. Think of these as like the source code of AutoCAD. If you know which ones to change, you can alter how the whole program works to fit exactly how you want to work. So let's look at 2 really powerful ones. First, MSL T-Scale. Just set this to 1 and it'll automatically handle all your line type scaling for you. Set it once and you're done, forever.
Next is HP name. If you're tired of that default angled line hatch, you can change HP name to solid or whatever pattern you use the most. But there's a catch. This setting doesn't stick around when you restart AutoCAD. So how do we fix that?
And that brings us to the ultimate secret. This isn't just another tip. This is the key to making AutoCAD truly your program, and it builds right on top of that problem we just found. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, what good is it to customize a setting if you have to do it all over again every single time you open the program? We need a way to make our changes permanent, so AutoCAD starts up exactly how we want it every single time. The answer is a simple little text file called the acad.lsp file. Now I know, that sounds really technical, but trust me, it's so easy to do. By creating this one little file with one simple line of text and just dropping it in the right folder, you can make those settings permanent. From now on, every time you open any drawing, AutoCAD will run this file and set your default hatch to solid automatically. This right here is the ultimate power user move. So let's just recap what we did here. We've gone from using little hidden commands to solve those daily frustrations, all the way to fundamentally changing how the software behaves. The path to becoming a power user, it's not about memorizing every button. It's about knowing how to find the right tool for the job and then making that tool work for you. And that really brings us to the final thought here. This whole mindset of discovery, it doesn't just apply to AutoCAD. Every complex program you use has its own hidden depths, its own secrets just waiting there. So the real question is, what are you going to uncover next?